I put Google's brand new Gemini models to the ultimate test. I started this experiment with a pretty detailed set of instructions. You'll see it out right there on the screen. I gave it a role, told it exactly what elements I wanted in the premise, the whole shebang. And you know what? It actually delivered. Look at this, a very detailed premise, hitting all the points, everything I asked for, and actually adding a little bit more. I thought it was pretty impressive. But here's the thing. I didn't absolutely love it. It was good, but something was missing. For me, the glacial setting just wasn't clicking. However, it missed all that ice and snow. One thing really did grab me: the father. A surgeon desperate to save his daughter, needing to transport a donor heart against the clock. That really hit me in my gut. Talk about a guttural goal. That human element, that drive to save your child, that really resonated deeply with me. So, of course, I went back to Gemini and I asked it to change things up. I told it the glacial setting wasn't working, and I asked it to strengthen the conflicts, make everything feel more connected, and it responded. It gave me an even better premise. But this time, we were on a ship. Not bad, but still not quite it for me. So I kept pushing, asking for more changes, more tweaks. And finally, we landed on a really good premise. Finally felt like we were getting somewhere. From there, I asked Gemini for a loose outline, just to see where it would take the story. And wow, the outline it generated was detailed and actually pretty great. It gave me a solid roadmap. But an outline is just an outline, right? I wanted to get to the actual writing. So again, I asked Gemini for some coaching help for chapter 1. Ask it to do some research on the setting, the character, and give me a structure to work with. And it gave me some good starting points, a framework. But here's where a lot of writers who use AI go wrong. They let the AI do everything for them, coming up with the ideas, doing the outline, writing the whole story for them. And you know what? I've been guilty of that too. But lately I've realized something. If you want the best possible outcome, you don't let AI do everything for you. You write the first draft, you come with some of your own ideas, you tweak those ideas, you ask AI for help. You use AI more as a collaborative co-writer than a ghostwriter. And if you do that, if you bring your own ideas, if you start with your own creativity, if you take what AI gives you and you enhance it with your own personal preferences and backstory and things that resonate with you individually and personally, it's going to make your AI writing so much better. Because it's not just going to be AI writing, it's going to be a collaboration. It's going to start with you in your own heart and soul and all your ideas. AI is going to come and make it a little bit better, and then you're going to make that even better. And it's going to bounce back and forth until it becomes this wonderful piece of work that you're really proud of because you had a direct hand in creating it. So here's how I did that. I used a portion of the AI generated text as my base draft because it had already given me a little bit, as you see on the screen. And then I really went in and I added my own ideas, my own voice. It became a true collaboration. Then I fed that draft back to Gemini for a review. It gave me suggestions, pointed out areas of weakness, things to improve, and even generated an updated draft. It was like having a writing partner giving feedback in real time. But here's where it gets really interesting. As we worked on the drafts, I spotted a flaw in the logic of the plot. And guess what? Gemini admitted it. We love humble robot overlords. So then we, me and Gemini, worked together to create a new draft, fixing that flaw. But even with the fixes, something still felt off. Again, it didn't resonate. You got to get back to what resonates with you. So I decided to step back and really brainstorm the premise, the core story, in a totally new direction. And check this out. That's when it happened, the aha moment. I landed on a premise that I absolutely loved. And here it is, the final, or at least the most updated premise and outline. It's still going to evolve, I'm sure. But this is a fantastic starting point. Start with your own ideas and passions and fears, what resonates deeply with you, and then ask AI to help make that into a better story. And then you make whatever the AI gives you into an even better story. You pick out the parts that resonate with you, you take out the parts that don't, and then you go back and forth, reiterating until you create something that you're truly proud of. I'm genuinely excited about this direction. It feels right. It feels engaging. And for the first time in a long time, I can't wait to start writing the actual novel. Myself mostly, but with Gemini as my trusty sidekick. So that's a peek into my Gemini novel writing experiment. That's how you can make AI writing so much better. It's been a wild ride of iterations, tweaks, and unexpected turns, but we've landed on something really promising. And I think that'll happen for you too if you try this. Now, if you want all the steps I took to write a novel with AI, from the very first prompt to a finished draft, click over to the video on the screen right now. I'll see you there.